major losses militarily, man.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
It says, and they shall not have pity.
Yep.
They shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
Yep.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Yep.
And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Just as he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
And we don't have to explain why this place is called spiritual Sodom, man. All right, you don't have to explain, man. You know, look, you got a Mr. Miss Nevada. All right, you know, madness, man. Get that Isaiah. But see, in our kingdom, see, you should be excited about the new kingdom that's to come, because we're not going to have to worry about this, man. All right? Well, you got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 20.
Yep.
It says, the anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Yep.
In the latter day, you shall consider it perfect.
Yeah, so the Lord say he's not going to, all right, fall back until he execute everything that's written. All right? It's not going to be no halfway prophecies, man. America's not going to be partially destroyed. It's going to be completely destroyed. All right?
It's just like that. It's just like, imagine you being bullied all your school life, from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. You know, and then the last day, you know you didn't have it. You gonna you gonna eventually fight the bully, or you just gonna fight him a little bit and just have mercy? No, you gonna think about all them 12 years that he's been bullying you, and you gonna let loose. Cause guess what? The memories gonna come up. You gonna think of what you did your 8th grade, 7th grade, 11th grade, 20. You know, and it's gonna be a bloody. It's gonna be a blood fest.
Yep. And that's how the Bible do it spiritually. You said that, because the Bible talk about the judgment, and then it'll go into why. You see?
All the time.
Yeah, it'll talk about the judgment, and then it'll go into why.
Yep.
You see? So that's the Most High having the flashback, man.
Yep.
You know?
The Lord don't forget.
Exactly.
And that's what people think, you know, that the Lord had forgot. Like, that's why I say he's not slack concerning his promise.
No.
And I always say he gonna perform all his pleasure.
Yep. That's why he said the past is required.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with reincarnation, when it says, remember that whatever man soweth, that we also shall reap. Yahweh is not mocked. That's why a lot of people, when they get old and decrepit, that's when they start changing their life to God and everything, because they think, oh, well, I lived my life all the way to 50 for sin. Now I'm gonna change and be God and heavenly so I can get into heaven.
Yeah.
No, you know?
It work like that. You got it, man. Yes.
Isaiah 2:1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass in the last days.
Yeah, because when we speak about this destruction and war, you know, because when Esau Edom talk about the end of the world, he make it seem like the earth ain't gonna be here no more. Right. No, it's just the end of his world, the end of his society. There's an eternal kingdom to come, man. All right? The throne of David is coming to the earth. That's what people not talking about, man. You see? Yahweh Shai, all right, whom people ignorant call Jesus Christ, what is he coming to do? To establish the throne of David in the earth, man. Brother, get Luke 1:31 real quick, then we're gonna keep going down on that, man. Cause that's what got to be talked about, the kingdom that's to come. Because what's after the destruction, man? A righteous kingdom. You see? And the men that you see out here on the front line, it's a great chance that those men are going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai if we endure, man. That's what we out here about, man. That's why it's a lot of things that don't matter no more, man. All right? Because, you know, we got to work to pay bills, but other than that, it's all about the throne of David coming out. Everything else is small talk, man. You know? Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 1, verse 31.
Yep.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son.
So this is the angel talking to Mary. And he's going to tell you the purpose of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And shall call his name Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And he shall be great and shall be called the Son of the Highest.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
Shall give him the throne of his father David. Now wait a minute. This is in the book of Luke. So why is this not talked about in the church? You know, ain't they heavy on Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John? So why is this not talking about the throne of David? You know, because you talk about the throne of David, they make it seem like you got to go to 2 Samuel. No, the throne of David is mentioned of at the birth, all right, of Yahweh Shai. All right, it's a whole new kingdom coming, man. Read again.
This is Luke 1, starting at 32.
Yep.
And he shall be great, and
Yep.
shall be called the Son of the Highest.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
The throne of his father David. And what is he going to do? Go ahead.
And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever.
He shall reign over the house of Jacob, and the house goes back to lineage. So if your lineage goes back to one of these men, all right, which are the sons of Jacob, all right, you're a part of that house of Jacob, but it's beginning with the elect. So the Messiah came to do what, man? To be a ruler and establish the throne of David to rule over the house of Jacob, man. Go ahead.
And of his kingdom there should be no end.
Of his kingdom there shall be no end. All right? So let's go into the kingdom, man. Read that back in Isaiah 2 and 1.
It's Isaiah 2 and 1.
Yep.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Yep. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the last days.
Now this is after the Third World War. This is after New Jerusalem has came down to the earth, man. All right. This is when, all right, the kingdom has been established. All right. These heathens have been beaten into submission. All right. Go ahead.
That the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Yahweh's house,
Yep.
shall be established in the top of the mountains,
Yep.
and shall be exalted above the hills.
Yep. Hey, this is talking about what? The government of Israel, the mountain of Israel, man. You see? The Bible speaks about rulership, man. That's the overtone of the Bible is who's in power, man. Because the Bible controls who's in power. All right? Why is Esau Edom in power? Because the Bible said that this man will have the fatness of the earth and he will rule by what? The sword. You see? Go ahead.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
And nations gonna flow into what? The government of Israel. All right? Nations gonna flow into the government of Israel.
Isaiah 2 and 3.
Yep.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord,
Yep.
to teach of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Yep, see, it's gonna come a time where the heathens gonna want to learn righteousness because they see they're far better off than in this place, man. You know? Because we're gonna rule in righteousness. Now that first 1,000 years, you know, hey, we're gonna establish order, we're gonna rule with their rod of iron. But see, that's just 1,000 years, remember. They said the kingdom was gonna what? Never end. So that's just 1,000 years of the kingdom where we're gonna rule with that rod of iron, man. After that, the nation's gonna get their land, they're gonna get lands back. You see, they're gonna be able to enjoy a rightful kingdom. They're not gonna be part of the covenant. They're not gonna have immortality. They're not gonna have the law written within them. They're not gonna be on the status of an Israelite. The least Israelite, you know, is gonna be like an elite banker in our kingdom, man. Above an elite banker, because he's gonna have immortality.
That's right.
You see? So in the kingdom, that 1,000-year period is going to be established righteousness, man. Because you gotta think, it took time for Esau to establish wickedness in this earth, man. You know, where he made wickedness the standard in the earth. So we gotta make righteousness the standard in the earth.
That's right.
All right, that's what that 1,000-year reign gonna partake in, man.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, if I could add, that rod of righteousness is way heavier than that rod of wickedness.
Yeah,
too.
because it's setting a standard for eternity, man. You see? You got it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 27.
Yep.
It says, For evil shall be put out,
Yep.
and deceit shall be quenched.
Yep.
As for faith, it shall flourish.
Yep.
Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, it shall be declared.
And that's what you're seeing now. See, this is the beginning of something that's eternal, man. You know? That's why this is life. You know? Because what we're doing, partaking in, this is the beginning of immortality, man.
Right.
You know? This way of living, because the standard, the righteous, the righteous, all right, acts that we're rehearsing, it's gonna be the standard in the eternal kingdom. Right? You see? The Passover, you know, the way brothers eat, all right? Feel you sisters, man. All right? The way that we treat each other, man. You know? That's gonna be an eternal standard in the kingdom. So we're rehearsing for eternity, man.
Right.
You know? These people are still caught up in the way that's temporary, man. You see?
I I get your equipment.
You got it.
This Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 19 and 19. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
Doctrine of life.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Yeah, see now, because really, when the scripture talk about life, it's talking about now we know how to live on the earth. You see? Because like the things that this society does, like eating oysters and shrimp,
Yup.
it ain't just because the Most High wanted us to eat a particular way to his liking. No, those things have a purpose.
Got a purpose.
All right? If you leave the oyster and shrimp where they're supposed to be, the water will be cleaner. If the water cleaner, it'll produce more lawful fish that you can't eat.
That's right.
Right,
See,
right.
the Most High got a perfect system of how to run the earth, man. You see? So when the scripture talk about the doctrine and the law, statutes, commandments is life, that's the best way to live on the earth. That's the wisest way that you can live on the earth, man. You know? All right? Dealing with women. Like when you go into the scriptures say be fruitful and multiply.
Woo!
All right? Because the earth, because you got to think, if you're a ruler, because even our slaves gonna have multiple women. Why? Because they gonna have to produce more slaves. Because let's say if you got one Elamite that's a good cook, you know? Because really, you gonna want that nigga to duplicate himself.
That's right.
So he gonna need multiple women.
Right.
So you can have multiple cooks. Because your children, they gonna need slaves.
Yup.
You see?
Yup.
But the Bible gives us the blueprint on how to live on the earth, on how to exist eternally, man. You see? And this way is failing. Because you look at it now, all right, you have, I think it's South Africa, where you have women trying to marry two husbands, man. Bugged out. So you mean to tell me you gonna marry, you two men gonna marry one woman. That means you gonna have to have a baby with her 1 year, and then you gotta wait till she had
10
that
months.
baby. Yeah. Then you have a baby by the next year.
If they can find out who baby it is.
Yeah, that's super stupid.
Yeah.
And then, well, even if you got two men, because all sperm don't go to the egg. You got sperm that fall back and fight off other sperm. So if you got two different men, all right, dropping semen in the same woman, this is gonna be a war in the womb, man. You know? See, the Most High had everything figured out, man. You know, just in case your woman did step out, you had semen already in that woman, it would fight off his semen, that foreign semen, man, to prevent that, man. You know? Go ahead.
One more. This is Rock 39:21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For he hath made all things for their uses.
All things are for their uses, man. You know? Look how you can start an orchard with one pear tree, man.
Yup.
Because all the pears got seeds. And then what Esau pushing? Seedless fruit.
Seedless.
So if I got a pear tree of seedless fruit, how can I bring some more pears, man? So I can't even plant nothing else. That's super stupid, man. All right? But everybody has been exalting this nigga like he's just some great, great thinker in the earth, man.
That's another tactic of him killing off population. Because if you had the seeds and all the fruits, you can take the seeds and start your own garden and grow your own.
Yeah.
So that's another part of his whole plan for depopulating and destroying the inhabitants. Because he tells you that the earth is overpopulated. How? There's no way when we pass by thousands of exits. Matter of fact, you pass by lands for miles at a time with no exits. So it's plenty of land for this earth. This earth is way bigger than 8 billion, 9 billion people, man.
Especially up there in Indiana.
Come on, man.
I think the state is called Crossroads of America.
Yeah.
I'm talking like we ride for hours without seeing another house or another exit.
Come on, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Yep.
It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord your God commanded me, that you should do it in the land whether you go to possess it.
Yeah, because these law, statutes, commandments are for sovereignty, man. You see, we don't have that sovereignty to keep it perfect. That's why we rehearse the righteous acts. And what the things that we can't do, that's where Yahweh Shai come in there. That's where that blood come in there. That perpetual sacrifice, man. You know? But those law, statutes, commandments is for sovereignty, man. Go ahead.
It says, Keep therefore and do them,
Yeah.
for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
This is your wisdom. You see? This was the wisest way to live on the earth, man. That's why you still see a residue of our law, statutes, commandments when you go into Eastern culture, man. It's a residue of that, man, because those nations got that from us, man. That was the standard, man. All right? You see those women still covered up, all right? You see those women, all right, don't have the rights that these women have, you know? Because why? Because you see, it ain't like, because see, really, Yahweh Shema Shah really just showed us what things would be like if we just tried another way.
Yep.
This is us fully seeing the way of the serpent play out on the earth, man. You know? Now we see it. Now what do you have, man? All right? You got Lil Nas X. You got Megan Thee Stallion. We don't know. We don't know what that is.
Still
You know?
thinking about what that is.
You see, you got the modern woman. You know, she just here. She done made herself. She done followed the way of the serpent. Where she just made herself useless, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it ain't like the Most High just put these laws out here just to put something on us. No, this was the wisdom. Because we see what happened when you go away from the wisdom, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yep.
For what nation is there so great who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them,
Yep.
as the Lord our God is in the things that we call upon him. We call upon him for.
Yep. So when you go back,
And the scriptures, I think it says in Timothy, it says all scriptures is given for inspiration, for reproof, correction, and doctrine, and something about life. But basically, for correction, and basically the way to live life. You know, so just like a car has a manual. The computer has instructions to put it together. Everything has something where you can even a house. You have to have the
blueprint,
the architect, the blueprint to draw the blueprint to build it. This is and this is the way how you should live your life.
Hey, that's
you know,
beautiful. That's beautiful. I was talking about that yesterday because it's like the earth is an ecosystem, and there's only one people that has the ability to run it smooth, to maintain the system of the earth. Like the brother was going into the water. You pull out of the lambs. When you pull the scavengers and you pull the filtering system out of the water, it affects the entire earth. Because not only does the shrimps, the lobsters, the crabs, you know, the bottom feeders clean the ocean, but that process also cleans the air. Because you notice when you close to water, the air is cooler. That's because that water is really cleaning the air. So if you think about how hot and muggy these cities be, like that's why when the kingdom is established, the air gonna smell better. Everything gonna be better. Just from us ruling, because the Lord put that wisdom in us to govern and maintain the earth. Just like you take your car to a mechanic, or you take your you call a plumber to fix your plumbing. The earth has all these different systems, man. Dealing with the trees and the forest. Everything, you know.
That's where we're gonna get back. That's where we're gonna get back right in the earth, man.
Yep.
We're gonna establish the earth through wisdom. You know.
Proverbs 29:2.
Yep.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yep.
That's what you had in.
But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Yep. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Like this is a horrible kingdom. The reason why, you know, reason why there's this animosity between you and your woman is because of who's in power, man.
Yep.
Because he pushed that R&B, you know, the Lifetime movies, you know, the Madea movies. He pushed all that out there, man. You know, because even 50, 60 years ago, it wasn't this bad, man. Yep. But this man really, you know, made it his business to make people miserable, man, especially the tribes, man. You know?
Put the woman first.
Yep.
Oh wow. Call all you have about your mouth shut. Call all you have about your mouth shut.
That's the
How art thou fallen?
Hey, matter of fact, real quick.
How art thou fallen from
Get
heaven?
Isaiah 19. Get Isaiah 19. Real quick, we'll get back to the regular stuff. Yeah, Isaiah 19 and
Because I want the only one.
I want to say